No, it's okay. Yeah, we're not monetizing today. Again, it's not like we monetize all the time. Try. I'm not staying too long today, folks. But once again, here we are, another opportunity to do great things. We're blessed. You know, we're blessed. Give thanks. Another chance to do great things. Sometimes you just gotta take a break. You just gotta take a break and let things play out the way they're supposed to play out. Let the dust settle, and then make your moves accordingly. For real. No one has a secret sauce. They act like they do, but they don't. So you gotta just chill. Godfather J6, how will you? Salute to you. Folks have to just chill. We are in a great position, yo. There are many people who believe different, who think that everything going on right now is a scam. Folks are hurt. Why? I don't know. Of course, I know, but it's not for me to share. But I don't feel hurt. I don't. Why? For what? It's one thing if you over sacrifice and you feel like, I guess, people are now acquiring the tokens at a cheaper rate than the sacrifice. Okay, such is life. Oh, but I waited 2 years. It ain't fair. I waited 2 years. It ain't fair that these people could just come in and get more than what I have and buy. Who cares? Alan Fizame, salute to you. How are you? Hope all is well. Good to see y'all. But I mean, this is what it is. Like we see four zeros in a number right now. Okay. Instead of looking at things like, okay, this could potentially become something great, folks are just sour and bitter. They're like, oh, this is cheaper than what I. Cheap is relative. It's relative. I don't know. I don't know why people are so enamored and infatuated with and in love with instant gratification. They're in love with it. It's just like, yo, every day they have to be satisfied every day. Life is not life. That is not life. You don't see this that could this potentially be a reset for so many people. Four zeros and a number. So if you miss something that people sacrifice for 3 zeros and a one, you could potentially get something even cheaper. Now you always wanted it, right? What did you want it for? You wanted it just for paper fiat, or you wanted it for something greater? You could acquire more now. Who cares? Or not acquire. The freedom and the choice is ours. You know? Ernie Savage, how are you? Exactly, Godfather J6. And a lot of times what's even more astounding is the people who complain, the folks who complain in the community. Some have already wrecked themselves. They got rid of what something that they held that they had to wait so long to acquire. They got rid of it. They got rid of it. Unfortunately, Why do we do that? Why do we do that? It's like I said before, it's like you're working a job and your money being spent before you touch $1. Before you receive your paycheck, it's already gone and spoken for. You know, like this is like it's almost like people don't like to be still. They're afraid. They're afraid of peace. It's more than just about boredom. It's more than just about holding is boring. It's just people are too sometimes too this uncomfortable to be left still, to be left in a position where, okay, now it's time for me to be one with everything and just not create any crazy disturbances or be involved with anything that's going to distract me away from becoming one with what's going on with myself first. Understanding I need to control myself so I don't make a mistake, so I don't become too excited and press a button and lose everything that I worked so hard to receive. You know, Young Provo in the building. How are you, sir? Top of the day to everybody here, wherever you are. Blessings, greetings, success to everybody. But we have to know that these things begin with us. I'm not gonna keep everyone today. It's gonna be kind of short. But we have to always know, like, this always goes back to us. What are we gonna do today? How are we going to grow? How are we going? What is it that we're going to experience to learn from? What have we learned up to this point in our lives to help us become better people and make better decisions with everything? And here in this space, it's with monetary control, monetary growth, monetary policy, our own personal monetary policy that we're creating here for ourselves. We're drawing from this magnificent pool called cryptocurrency, this whole space, this ecosystem, and we're creating our own individual monetary policies for ourselves. So we could be the stewards of our own financial legacy. This is what's happening here, but people take it as a joke. They think we're crazy. They think we're members of a cult. They think we're out of our mind. I've said this already before, and I hear other people talking about it. To me, Richard is just quirky. He's an eclectic, quirky person. It is what it is. But he's helped many people become rich. I cannot, as a person who always talks about being real and being true, I can't hate on that. I can't despise the man for that. But even you see, when people are so disgusted with themselves, you see the projection that takes place. You see the counter transference or the transference where folks want to see the ugliness in others because the ugliness is already seething within them. And they're going to tell you things like Pulse X is a scam. Pulse Chain is a scam. Look at what's going on with the bridge. It's all a scam. This thing is not even a week old yet. The world still doesn't know about this yet. We do. That doesn't mean 8 billion other people know about it. Cryptocurrency communities don't know about this yet. Those days where we come out and, we come up like 2-3 years ago when you would see just, decentralized exchanges come out of nowhere and they're fully active, or blockchains and EVM blockchains come out of nowhere and they're fully active. And we wonder, how did this even happen? How did these people even know what happened? We weren't a part of the inside. We weren't too cool. We weren't fortunate enough to be a part of the inside collective to see the beginnings of these blockchains and dexes run. Now we are. Here we are. And this is what we're going through. We're dealing with it the best way we can. And folks are still frowning on it because their vision is too narrow and short-sighted. They want to hold on and celebrate everything negative and reject all the positive, all the blessings, all the opportunity that's waiting for us. I don't care about how clogged the system is. The system is here. How about that? How about that? Just appreciate the fact that you think it's gonna be clogged like this every day for time immemorial. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's not happening. This is like Black Friday, right? Before the doors open, everyone is standing outside. And when the doors begin to open, it's charge, massive swaths of people just running in, fighting with each other. That's what's taking place for me. That's an example. May not be the best, but that's the example of what's going on right now with the bridge. You got 100,000 people trying to get through the toll booth, right? Remember toll booth collectors? And there's only one guy working the booth. But the booth is working, but it's only one guy because normally 100,000 people are not going in at once because it just opened. What are we talking about? Folks are just celebrating a pseudo imaginary grand closing before experiencing and appreciating the grand opening, like the beginning of what we're a part of. We're a part of the beginning of every chart in this ecosystem. How many times we've seen other coins soar, other blockchains soar, other smart contracts soar, smart, whatever. And we're wondering, how did they get in so early? We don't have to wonder anymore. What did they go through? We're experiencing the early everything. And instead of selling your blessings before you could ever even experience it, people are using their minds to say maybe they should acquire more, or maybe they shouldn't, and just watch how things unfold. Because what has making a hasty decision done for you, especially a financial decision you made out of haste, out of being emotionally charged? I've seen some wild, incredible deals on Deck Screener. I've seen some stuff on Deck Screener. I said, wow, God bless everybody who've been able to get these incredible deals. Why am I going to hate? What we put out, we get back. The energy we put forth, we receive. Why am I going to give out villainous, toxic, poisonous energy to people? What's really good with that? It's because inside the heart of the person is nothing but malcontent, villainous, wickedness, seething within the souls of these people because they do not want to see you and I succeed. And we need to have people like that around us to remind us of who we never want to become. Okay? We need to have the naysayers, the haters, everyone who's anti-success, because at this point, if you're throwing rocks and insults and saying everything over here is a scam, you're really going against the well-being of indirectly yourselves as well and everyone else who's in DeFi. That's what is going on here. When you don't see one article on Cointelegraph within the last several days, I checked yesterday, since Friday, I have not seen anything written about Pulse Chain, much less Pulse X and a bridge to denote any type of new updates, breaking news regarding DeFi. That should tell you, folks, there are individuals who will stop at nothing to continue to oppress us from a psychological aspect, from a financial aspect, from a social aspect, socioeconomic, from a health perspective. They want us to be mentally, spiritually, and physically and financially downtrodden, poor, living at the bottom of every type of social system that exists. That's what we're seeing with our own eyes. That's what we're witnessing within our own eyes right now. Okay? I need y'all to understand that. I need y'all to really understand that. And when you're the steward of your financial legacy, let's say opportunity, right? You're the general. You're the leader. You're the head of your own operation because that's what these things are for us. Because we have opportunities to create money printers out of thin air. When you buy into the messed up Kool-Aid that they're forcing us to drink by helping us understand that they have our best interest in their hearts for us, you lose. You just lose. You lose. There's no financial legacy, anything that has our best interest in mind. I don't care if it's an employer. I don't care if it's a nonprofit. I don't care if it's somebody who's part of some type of government agency, a corporation, whatever, whatever. If you have to work for somebody, number one, you don't own your job. Number two, you're enslaved to whatever system that you agreed to for a pittance of a salary in return. If you're not running your own operations, you can't dictate anything. If you're not the head, if you're not your own boss, you can't dictate and create any rules and regulations. Anything. You have to eat crow. Over here, we're given a chance to create our own for our own. This is a business, people. People don't see it like that. They just think it's a joke. They think this is make believe. This is digital trash, digital money. The mentality is so off. The perspective is so incorrect from these individuals, bitching about how clogged the bridges are. Don't get me started because it's like I could go on and on bombing on these dumbass people. Excuse my language, it's just real. Because my thing is they're being disingenuous with you. All these content creators in crypto that have been out here for 6 7 years that have large channels who are not talking about this innovative upgrade with the advent of Pulse Chain mainnet launch, Pulse X, and the bridge, and the things that are happening right now within the last few days, they're being disingenuous with you. All of you all who listen to them, they're lying to you. They're not keeping it real with you. You're just helping them become much more successful to you by, at minimum, listening to their baseless, empty rhetoric. Because at least that's giving them views. And if their channels are monetizing, they're profiting off their own lies from you watching them. That's how it's been up to this point. That's how it's been. It's really about a certain group of people versus everybody now. That's really what it is. It's really about a certain group of people versus everybody. How the fuck can somebody continuously gatekeep an opportunity for people to create perpetual savings accounts and call themselves looking after your own best interests? How do you keep that information away from the people and feel good about yourselves? You know? How do you do that? And sleep at night and look at yourself in the mirror and smile. You know how they can do that? It's because they are soulless. There are people in this world. I understand life is beautiful. Life is also messy too. And I'm a glass half full type of person. I like to think about the beauty in all things, but I do not dismiss the polar opposite in all things either, because that's when you fuck up. When you think everything is kumbaya, something happens to you to show you that it's not. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.